Hello and welcome back. So today I'm going to talk about seminary. This is mostly applicable to people who have children in Utah or who are LDS. And that's because Utah and a few places around there have a release time for seminary. And people who belong to the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints are probably having their children attend seminary, either as release time for where that's available or early morning. So, what accommodations are needed there? Well, obviously the usual that are in a lot of things. Liquid can be a big one. That is something to definitely take into account and allow them to have access to that. I do know seminary teachers that aren't. Depending on when it is, eating. The ability to eat in class may be vital for them. Not all students can eat really early in the morning, and they may need to eat later on, or to have snacks to keep their blood sugars up and keep their salt levels up, especially if they're not having electrolytes as a drink. So there's those things. Allowing them to use their devices when possible may be helpful, because that's a lot easier than to carry around and then turning pages in a book. Allowing them to listen to music, especially if there's a lot going on, can also be helpful. I do not recommend that during class discussion times, but if you have private reading times, etc., it may be a good time to let them put on a set of headphones or in some earbuds or things so that they can listen themselves and kind of drown out a little bit of the external noise. A lot of people with EDS have so much going on, pain-wise, things like that, that one more thing may be enough that they can't concentrate. So having music or something may give them something to distract, but not concentrate on. A lot of us have learned to listen to people around us to be aware, and so we are more likely in a really noisy situation to become overwhelmed and not really learn as much from what we're trying to read as we would learn if we put on a pair of headphones, because we know we can ignore that sound, if that makes sense. But that sound then drowns out all the talking and everything. And so it helps us be able to focus more on what we're supposed to focus on. It also gives our brain a little bit of something to focus on other than the pain, which once again allows that. Being able to get up and move around can be very helpful. If you sit in one place too long, it can cause pain. At the same time, having a cushioned seat or things like that can be helpful. Sometimes even like a stability ball seat or a seat with arms. Work with the child to find out what works best for them. Do not do any of the usual exercise type things, like you don't want to have someone doing push-ups. Ask someone with EDS to do push-ups. There's that example of the Savior. You don't want to ask someone with EDS to do that. At the same time, they maybe have more insights, but be quieter. Give them a chance to speak up. Even sometimes talk to them in advance, give them a heads up, and then call on them and get their insights in class. They go through a lot more, and so there's a lot of times they may be turning to the Savior more than others. So keep that in mind, and I hope that helps you be able to better serve the students in your class. Thank you, and I will see you in the next video.